Hello, viewers. You're welcome to this episode of Educate Corner. And today we'll be talking about single mothers. Don't worry, I'm not here to talk bad about them. I just want to, talk about my experience and talk about and hope to get from you your impact. The topic is dating or marrying a single mother, advantages and disadvantages. Hmm. Have you dated one? Are you currently in relationship with one? Or are you fancying one that you don't mind dating? Maybe you could learn a tool from this video, and if you have experience like I do, please leave them in the comment section. Without wasting much of your time, I put down some lists, and I'm going to be picking my points from this list because it's a very extensive topic. If we sit down and talk about it, it might take us hours. But I will briefly point on the topics based on my experiences, and we can argue at the comment section. Yes. Before I proceed, like, subscribe, and share if you find our content useful. Mind you, I'm talking from personal experience. Doesn't mean I am generalizing what I'm saying here or I'm 100% correct. So let's go on. Okay. The first fact you have to know when you want to date or when you're dating or when you intend to marry a single mother is that you have to have it at the back of your mind that you're not going to be number one. She's a woman, she's a mother, her kids will always come first. If you don't have the maturity to face this truth, I don't think you should go there because you'll be putting the woman between a rock and a hard place. When you try to get her to choose you first all the time. Dealing with a single mother needs lots of patience and understanding because you have to understand that dating her it can never be the same as dating a single girl that has no children yet. It can't be. So have it at the back of your mind. You can't be number one. You can argue with me, but that is what I seen. Okay, number two, if for instance you now bond with these children, take them as yours because maybe you're a kid lover and you grow over the years, you've dated their mom, you grow fond of them. Let's say something happens along the way, their father comes back and somehow tries to amend with his ex, or something happened, you break up with that woman. Mind you that the pain of losing those kids, the connection you have with those kids, is almost the same as losing your own children, whether to divorce or something. It's the same. So when you have this kind of bond with these children and you lose it one day, I don't know. It's the truth. It's the fact. It happens. So you have to be ready, you know. Number three, if the ex is available, always around, and is active, you have to deal with privacy issues. At the time, you might have to have that talk with her about that. You have to deal with the ex. Sometimes it depends the effect of the ex on her, you know. So if the ex is always around, unless the ex is far away or not even interested in getting involved in the children's life, then maybe you have a fair ground to land on. But if the ex is active, you will have to deal with him. There is nothing you can do about it. Okay. Going through my list, if the children don't like you, they don't like the fact that you're the one coming close to their mother instead of it being their father. A time might come, you will hear that sentence, "You are not my father, you cannot tell me what to do." And most of the time, you will not even be permitted to discipline that child. I'm sorry, but it is the truth. It depends on how the kids are able to appreciate, you know, your efforts, your male presence in their lives. But if you're not getting that appreciation, my brother, be prepared. It's something that might happen. So in case it happens, you know, you don't take offense. Yeah, you're really not their father, so stop playing. And if they don't like it to an extent and they've grown to a certain age and understand what it means to lie and to, you know, do some things, they might accuse you of things. It hasn't happened to me, but I've seen, I've read, and I've heard. So you have to be careful the way you deal with them. You have to be, because most sometimes there are certain single mothers that it is the kids that calls the shot in the relationship. It is the kids, the way the kids react in the relationship determines how happy they are, and how, if you're able to impress the kids and make them happy, then it's easier to make the woman happy. Yes, there are some single mothers like that. Are there also single mothers that will have to compartmentalize? How do you speak that English? No, we'll have to separate the two, how to deal with the children and how to deal with her man. But not every single mother can do that. So you have to be careful when you're doing this, because sometimes these children tend to, because of the lack of male figure in their lives, and rejection of your impact, most children that grow without male presence in their life tend to have emotional and behavioral problems, disorders. This is another fact that most single mothers will not admit to, but it is the truth. It's the truth. I've seen it. I've experienced it. You Sometimes they don't want to see it, but it happens. It happens. So when these kids have nobody they look up to, nobody they fear, nobody they can respect like their father, they tend to make certain decisions in their lives, in their minds, and it is it. So you have to be watchful, you know. These are, I would say, maybe so far what I've listed is what seems like the negative aspect. But if you think I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comment section. We are here to learn. I'm talking from experience. But that doesn't mean all single mothers are bad, or they are evil, or that they are not worthy of love. No. Also, from experience, I've come to understand that single mothers are matured. They are mostly those that understand the assignment of what it is to deal with another man that is not the father of their child. They are usually patient. They are understanding. Yeah, I know. I know. It's just that they are now in the dilemma where they have to split their attention, their emotion, their love. They now have, you know, people of different classes to deal with, and they need the two. The two is important to them. Their children is important to them. You that is dating them is important to them too. So they have to be understanding. They're experienced. They are selfless too. When they are for you, they are for you. Yes, I know that. You know, and when they date you, when single mothers date you, they date you because they really like you. Most is not rarely do you see them date you because you know they are looking for your money. But that said, that doesn't mean if you're dating a single mother, you'll be called in to chip in sometimes. So if she's a hardworking type that works, sometimes you have to be the man in the relationship and chip in your funds to even on the kids that are not yours. So that doesn't mean you date her and you'll not be spending money. It's a lie. You spend money. Oh. But if she's hardworking and she earns her own money, most of the time when they date you, they don't date you because of your money. I don't think your money is it's not the main thing they need. But if you're dating the one that is not working, or is not doesn't have struggling to make ends meet, trust me, your money will be called to action if not regularly. So have that one at the back of your mind too. You know, they're responsible. I've seen responsible single moms, not dates, not only dates, but I've seen responsible single mom. You know, you have to understand that these women too want love and they want stability. So to some of them, they might be willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen. Yes, they might be willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen. And if you find someone that is willing to make that sacrifice and put in that effort, she might even be better than the single ladies out there. Yeah, I'm telling you, they are independent. You know, and what I've come to find out is that sometimes being single again after having kids in their marriage is not always 100% their fault. Mhm. You know, there are single mothers that are widows. Maybe their husband died, There are single mothers that left had to leave because of abuse in the relationship. You know, and right now they're looking for someone that is cool-headed that would date them and that will not hurt them the way their ex did. And if you are that guy for them, I'm sure they will appreciate the fact that you are not as abusive as their ex. And as long as you're not that like that, they tend to stay. They tend to value their relationship. That said, that doesn't mean you should go and start looking for single mothers that have left um, abusive relationships. So because most of the time, that abusive relationships tend to leave trauma, and they don't they tend not to function well in those other types. They tend not to function well in a regular relationship with a normal guy, because what happens a lot happens in abusive relationship, a lot of emotional traumas, and before going into relationship with such women, ensure that they have healed. They have they have done the work. you know but if you just jump into it, even if it's not a single man, I said, even if it's a single girl, dating a single girl from an abusive relationship is not a good idea, except you are sure that the work has been done and she has healed mentally and emotionally, psychologically. Else you will be inheriting the emotional traumas from the past relationships. That said, you tell me what you think in the comment section. So leave your likes and comments and subscribe. And once again, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.